So the level of support and who specifically has supported bin Laden may come out. But remember that also in the support that Pakistan may have given to the United States, because there has been such a considerable following and because of the very serious attacks in Pakistan, no government in Pakistan could admit to assisting in the apprehension of bin Laden, though the government itself will be stronger and I hope a much more stable government and a much better government to its neighbours because of it. So let's look at this as being highly deceptive as an option, as well as perhaps wanting justice in other ways.
Okay, once Hamid, before your response goes straight to you for the response, and I'll be interested to hear, our viewers will be interested to hear how you respond point by point tonight to Mr. Parsati. Once I want to go to Colorado. We're joined by Rob Schultes, who's a senior journalist and one of the world's foremost Afghan experts. Rob, whose side are you buying tonight? Are you buying the Pakistani argument that, we actually helped in this whole operation, but we're just not talking about it? Or do you think the Pakistanis have something to answer for?
There's, bin Laden's one person. There's still the whole so-called Quetta Shura and Mullah Omar. And the American press tracked those fellows down in Quetta 3 years ago through a cab driver and gave the addresses to the world, and ISI did nothing about it because they were renting the villas to Mullah Omar and company and providing security for them. So this is just the beginning of the story. There's a whole lot of other people out there being protected as well.
Okay, Rob. Now, Hamid, lot of cynicism.
I'm not here to fight with Mr. Parthasarthi or anyone. I am just sharing my information as an independent journalist. I am not spokesperson of the government of Pakistan. I would like to correct some facts. First of all, this compound where the operation was conducted is not next to the Pakistan Military Academy. It's not next to the Kakul. It is this compound was situated in the Ilyasi Masjid area, which is far away from Pakistan Military Academy area. But yes, it is close. It is very close, but about 2 kilometers away from that area. Secondly, it is not a cantonment area. No field unit of Pakistan Army is present in that area. Thirdly, in 2004, the ISI conducted an operation in the same area for the arrest of Abu Faraj al-Libbi, who was a very important Al-Qaeda leader and also a son-in-law of Osama bin Laden. But he escaped at that time and he slipped to the Mardan area, but he was arrested from Mardan in 2004 and then he was handed over to the Americans. So we cannot say that this area was not under the observation of the Pakistani security agencies. But this house was built in 2005.
This house was built in 2005.
This house was built in 2005, but according to my information, the Americans were tracking Osama bin Laden and that area from August 2010. And you must give some consideration to the Americans. Thank you to Pakistan. They are clearly saying that we are very thankful to the cooperation which is given by Pakistan. So if you sitting in India, you are you want to raise some doubts and questions about Pakistan, you are free. But on the other side, the American government is thanking Pakistan.
But the Pakistani security establishment is claiming that, Hamid. The Pakistani security establishment is trying to claim a role in this operation, but that is aimed at ducking charges of the possible role in hiding Osama bin Laden.
I clearly said that the Americans never informed Pakistani security establishment about this particular operation.
Why? Why didn't they inform?
I am sharing my information because there is a lack of trust between each other. But I am sharing this information with you that in May 2010...
Then why are they thanking the Pakistanis as you claim they are thanking? They didn't inform them. What are they thanking them for?
I don't know. You asked this question from the spokesperson of the government of Pakistan. I am not the spokesperson.
No, but it's not adding up, you see. It's not adding up.
It's not. Everybody knows that there is some problem. It is a problem between Pakistan and America. The same Pakistan arrested Abu Zubaydah from Faisalabad. The same Pakistan arrested Khalid Sheikh Mohammed from Rawalpindi, Ramzi bin Ashabi from Karachi.
The mood in Washington.
So the ground reality in Pakistan is that all the important Al-Qaeda leaders were arrested with the active help and support of the Pakistani
mood in Washington tonight is, the mood in Washington tonight, and let me tell you, White House is doing nothing to sort of change the mood. mood in Washington tonight. I just have a statement, Hamid, from the Senate Armed Services Committee Chairman, Mr. Levin.
If you represent the mood of Washington, let the Washington ask this question.
No, I don't
from me,
represent.
not you, because you are sitting in India.
Hamid, I don't represent. I am quoting. I am also a journalist like you. I am quoting.
No, you are not quoting. You are, I have also quoted one statement issued by the American government. They are thanking Pakistan.
No, I'm quoting.
I have also quoted one.
Hamid, I am quoting. Hamid, I am quoting. I am simply quoting Senate Armed Service Committee Chairman Levin.
My friend, please,
this statement has come 10 minutes back to me.
Don't fight with me. I am not representative of the
I know
Pakistani
that.
government.
No, I know that.
If you want to bully someone, you bully the Pakistani government.
I
am also under fire. I am not a very much liked person in the Pakistani government circles and the Pakistani military establishment circles.
No, but Mr. Hilali, you know, the Senate Armed Committee Chairman Levin says the Pakistani Army intelligence have plenty of questions they should be answering. That's what I meant when I said the mood in Washington today is a huge finger of suspicion at Pakistan. It's not a, congratulatory mood. It's not a laudatory mood.
First of all, let me. Hello.
Yes,
hello.
Sir.
Let me. Hello.
I can hear you, sir.
Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, sir. I can hear you. Go on.
Hello.
Okay. While I wait for the link with Mr. Hilali to be set up, Hamid, you are smiling. You know the question here is, I mean, the Pakistani government is looking very hard.
I am smiling because you are raising some question. Some of your questions are very much valid. Some questions are also raised by the Americans. They are valid questions, but some questions are raised here in Pakistan. And the question is that the Americans the Americans killed the most wanted person in Pakistan, but they never showed his dead body to the international media, and they threw the dead body in the ocean. But if you go in the past, they showed the dead body of Taliban commander Mullah Dadullah to the international media. They showed the dead body of the Al-Qaeda leader Abu Musab al-Zarqawi. So there was, there is a question that why they never showed the dead body to the international media.
No, are you saying, I want to get in Maruf at this point. You know, there is a quote I have, Hamid, and the quote is that of Hillary Clinton. She says in May 10th, I think last year, I am not saying they are at the highest level, but I believe somewhere in this government, that is the Pakistani government, there are people who know where Osama bin Laden and the Al-Qaeda and where Mullah Omar and the leadership of the Taliban are. We expect more cooperation from Pakistan to help bring justice to capture or kill those who brought us 9/11. She's not saying it just like that, Hamid. She obviously knew something. The Pakistani government knew something. Maybe there was a deal in Washington when you had when you had Shuja Pasha there a few weeks back.
Let the Washington made allegations on Pakistan, not you.
No, I'm not making allegations. I'm only putting these questions together. I'm trying to connect the dots. I want Maruf to respond to you. I want your friend Maruf to respond to the points being made by Hamid Mir tonight. Maruf.
Arnab, the first thing is that, you know, you must give Hamid credit for the fact that, again, he's come out with a genuinely different line from the other Pakistani representatives that we've had on the show, in which he has actually given, to me, what I understand based on some of the other information that's doing the round, a pretty accurate analysis of how the Americans conducted the operation. But his question that why the Americans threw the body into the sea is that there was a view in America that if Osama was buried or was to be buried on any country's soil, there would be very few takers for any country willing to bury somebody who is now clearly the most disliked man, at least in Western circles. And the second was the fear that once he was buried there, there would probably be a shrine made to him by some of his followers. So they wanted to prevent, you know, the cult of Osama expanding further. But having said that, I want to bring out, based on Hamid's point, the key central point that I've made earlier today, which is that if Pakistan's army was aware of Osama bin Laden's presence and this operation had their involvement in it, which is a question that you've asked again and again, then Pakistan must prepare now for a huge fallout, which would happen with all hardline groups going for the army even more post all these attacks that have taken place.
Is Zardari prepared for that?
Army knew
Okay, I think
and
Hamid
they
got the
did
question,
not
Maruf.
support the Americans in pinning down Osama, then Pakistan must answer to the world. Pakistan must answer to the world that is it now clearly a de facto terror state. I think what has emerged is very clearly a very, very deep synchronization between the military and intelligence agencies of
Maruf,
America.
now let me go across to Sally. 1 second, Maruf.
Maruf,
I'm coming back to you. I'm going across
which
to
is
Sally.
a lesson, Ornab, that we need to draw in India.
Maruf,
we need to draw this lesson from how the Americans operated
there. Let me go to Dr. Sally there in London. Dr. Sally, in the middle of all this, I have a statement which has just come in the last 2 minutes. Dr. Sally, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello?
Oh, was it?
Dr. Sally, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I got a statement in the last 5 minutes. And it comes from the US Senate Armed Service Committee Chairman Carl Levin. And he says that the Pakistan Army and intelligence have a lot of questions to answer given the location, the length of time, and the apparent fact that this facility in Abbottabad was actually built for bin Laden. What do you make of this statement in terms of how Washington is perceiving it?
I think the Americans will be questioning their funding, past and future, to Pakistan. But the picking up some of the very good arguments that have been you've just had, the answer to any support to bin Laden by any elements of the Pakistan army will firstly be to the Pakistan people and to the rest of the military. Last month, for example, there were at least 20 very serious attacks against military and civilian personnel in the name of Al Qaeda. Now, these very grave attacks, you cannot have an army killing its own people. So I think the government is quite right to deny that as a state there has been support to bin Laden, but the government has recognised the very strong approach and radicalisation of many elements within all aspects of the Pakistan society. But if we do not weaken the Pakistan government with too much criticism at the moment, one hopes that the tide will now move to the strength of the Pakistan government because bin Laden is dead. And that's why putting a body into the sea for burial is so important. It's important for the safety of India and Pakistan and all of our other countries.
Okay, we're continuing the debate as celebrations broke out in the streets of New York. In Washington, all complaints against Barack Obama seem to be forgotten. That's the important part as well. In the death of Osama bin Laden, the US president seems to be the biggest single winner. He may not have been able to deliver his people better jobs or better health care. But today, with that one statement, he gave them a sense of closure. The timing of the entire operation coinciding surprisingly with Obama's efforts to retain the White House. This timing has to be questioned.